tell you, moving into that old apartment was the worst decision I ever made. It all started innocently enough, just me and my buddy looking for a place to crash after college. We found a cheap spot in a rundown building, and I thought, hey, how bad could it be? Well, let me tell you, it was bad, real bad. The first few nights were okay, just unpacking boxes and getting settled in. But then things started to get weird. Strange noises in the middle of the night, like someone walking around when I knew I was alone. At first, I brushed it off as old building creaks or something, but it kept happening. One night, I woke up to the sound of whispering coming from the corner of my room. I figured it was just my imagination playing tricks on me, so I tried to go back to sleep. But then I felt something cold brush against my arm, and I bolted upright in bed, heart pounding. I flicked on the light, but there was nobody there. Just me, alone in my room. I chalked it up to sleep paralysis or something and tried to shake it off, but things only got worse from there. Every night, the whispers grew louder, and I started seeing things out of the corner of my eye. Shadows darting across the room, figures standing in the doorway when I knew I was alone. I tried to ignore it, but it was like the apartment had it out for me. Then, one night, I woke up to find my roommate standing over my bed, staring at me with empty eyes. I yelled at him to wake up, but he just kept staring, not saying a word. That's when I realized my roommate was still asleep in his own bed across the room. I scrambled out of bed and flipped on the light, but the figure was gone. I shook my roommate awake and told him what happened, but he just laughed it off, saying I must have been dreaming. But I knew what I saw was real. After that night, things escalated quickly. Objects would go missing, only to turn up in strange places days later. I'd hear banging on the walls when I was home alone, and sometimes I'd catch glimpses of a shadowy figure lurking in the hallway. I tried to convince myself it was just my imagination, but deep down, I knew something was seriously wrong with that apartment. Then one night, I woke up to find my roommate standing in the corner of my room, his eyes glowing in the darkness. He started whispering something in a language I didn't understand, and I felt a chill run down my spine. I knew I had to get out of there, and fast. I packed my bags and left that night, never looking back. I don't know what was haunting that apartment, but I do know one thing for sure. I'll never set foot in that place again. And if you ever find yourself looking for a cheap apartment, take my advice and steer clear of that building. Trust me, you'll thank me later.